Imagine yourself in a car accident and all you need to survive is a heart. Well, modern technology these days has been able to give us the heart, but all we need are the people to give them. I am here to show you what organ donation is, which kind of organs you can donate, and to convince you to become an organ donor today. I'm also going to share two stories with you. The first one is of somebody who has given a kidney to somebody else. The other one is of somebody who is waiting to receive a kidney. First, let's talk about what organ donation really is. Organ donation really takes healthy organs and tissues from one person and transplants it into another. According to MedlinePlus.com, organs from a donor can save or help as many as 50 people. Most organ and tissue donations happen after the donor has died, but some organs and tissues can be donated while the donor is alive. People of all ages and backgrounds can be donors as well, but if you are a minor, you do need parental consent. DonateLife.net has recorded that nearly 120,000 men, women, and children are currently awaiting organ transplants in the United States today. The American Osteopathic Association says that Alan Loggins, DO, an osteopathic physician, believes that there are two reasons for this. On one hand, he says, medical advances have increased the success rate of using organ transplantation to treat a number of life-threatening diseases. However, there has not been a corresponding increase in the efforts by doctors and their patients to become more informed about the need for donated organs or to openly address the issues and concerns patients may have about donating. So basically, Dr. Loggins is saying that we need to get the information out there so more people are aware about organ donation. Now that we know what organ donation is and who can donate, let's talk about what types of organs you can donate. You have a choice to donate all your organs or just some of your organs. When people think of organ donations, they only think about the major organs, such as the heart, the liver, or kidneys. However, there are more than 25 different transplantable organs and tissues. You can donate corneas for preserving or restoring sight. You can donate bone marrow for treating certain types of leukemia and sickle cell anemia. People create skin grafts for burn accidents and disease victims. You can also donate bone in general for reconstruction lost, destroyed, or deformed limbs. Some more things that you can donate are heart valves for correcting birth defects, and tendons, ligaments, and cartilage for correcting traumatic deformities. Now I am going to share two stories with you. The first story is about my Aunt Peggy. My Aunt Peggy has donated one of her kidneys to a friend. I have asked her a couple of questions. What made you decide to give up your kidney to somebody else? One of the greatest commandments that Jesus gives us is love your neighbor as yourself. Who is my neighbor? The one nearest me with a need. I had known my friend Olandra for 3 years and knew that her kidneys were failing. Her ministry to her family and others began to diminish because she needed all the strength just to survive. Dialysis became her only option, and she was placed on the National Registry for a donor match. I believe that God placed me in Olandra's life. Why did I give her a kidney? It was God's purpose from the beginning. Both my kidneys were healthy, and I was a donor match for her. And you know what? I had 2 kidneys. Why not share one? Have you ever regretted doing it? I have never regretted giving her one of my kidneys. It has been 10 years now. My health continues to be good. Alondra's health improved immediately. She has been able to enjoy her grandchildren and to continue ministry work with her husband. How did it change your life? Perhaps the greatest change is a feeling of satisfactory of meeting a life-changing need for someone else. I was laying down my life for a friend. Now I'm going to share another story of somebody waiting to get a kidney. My Aunt Carol Sue on the other side of my family is currently on the donor list waiting for a kidney. She has been on the donor list for almost a year now. I have asked her a couple questions as well. What changes have you had to make to your lifestyle because you needed a new kidney? I guess the biggest change that I have had to make is dealing with my loss of control of time. I leave home at 6:30 a.m. and get home about 11 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Most days I have to have extra rest after treatment, but the next day I usually feel much better. Another change is that I have to monitor the amount of liquids I can consume in a day, and some of the foods that I consider healthy are restricted for a dialysis patient. It is a loss of control. I also feel a loss of control over my travel plans. You know how I used to get in the car and drive to West Virginia with your grandmother or sometimes just by myself? I miss doing that. I also miss the feeling of being the one who took care of others. Now people feel like they need to be concerned about me even though I'm doing just fine. I don't want people to think of me as a weak person, so I guess my ego gets in the way sometimes. How has this affected your family? As far as the effect on my family, I do not have as much energy as I used to, so Bill has taken over the job of vacuuming for me and cleaning up after breakfast every morning. Some of my housework has slipped as well, but I try not to let things get too bad. I still spend time with my grandgirls, and I think Julie and Jill probably worry more than necessary. Have you always believed in organ donation, or has this changed your mind? I have always thought about organ donation as a wonderful gift from God. He made our bodies in such a way that some organs can be shared. It also should always be considered a voluntary gift with no consideration of guilt if one does not want to be a donor. I personally have had difficulty praying for a kidney donation for myself because I know what the price of a donation is. I am so grateful for all the ones who have offered to be attested for the match fee, including your mom. Now that we've heard stories from real people, let's talk about how easy it is to become a donor. For organ donor recipients, a transplant often means a second chance of life. According to DonateLifeNY.org, for most people with an organ transplant, they no longer have to be dependent on costly routines and treatments to survive. It allows many recipients to return to a normal lifestyle. For others, an eye tissue transplant means the ability to see again or the recovery of mobility and freedom from pain. You can sign up to be an organ donor at the DMV. All you have to do is sign a piece of paper and fill out the back of your driver's license. Not only can you become an organ donor online or at the DMV, but you can also do it online. All you have to do is go to www.organdonor.gov/becoming-donor and follow the links to register. Now you know what organ donation is and what organs you can donate. Just by signing the back of your driver's license, you can give the gift of life. And remember, one organ donor can save up to 8 lives. Don't you want to help save lives?